Welcome back to episode 3 of Greatest Let's Play Agrarian Skies series. Where did we leave it last time? Well, we had a cobble gen. We built it here. It's gone now. Why is it gone? Well, we moved it, or I moved it, and built it into a bit of a nicer system, if you like. I think I saw this kind of arrangement on Soren's stream, if you're aware of Soren's stuff. But the idea is, you place the lava last, by the way, don't place it first. You set up water diagonally like this, and you can set it up in a kind of 4x4 block if you like. I'm playing single player, so I don't need other people here, but when I extend this to include more machines, then maybe I will. But the idea is you place it on a diagonal like this. Below the center block, you can't see it now because it's generated cobble, but behind this block is the lava falling down from the top. And behind this block, well, here, if you like, falls water. Now what's going to happen is, the lava is going to hit that this bottom block, which I placed first. You must place that before the lava, ideally. The lava's going to fall down, and then it's going to spread out in one of 4 directions. And because water is already flowing past in these 2 directions, what you get is, if I just step into this thing here, set up, I don't have to move, and I just do this, and I can just keep doing this all day long. I can even, if I really wanted to, just hold down the left mouse button and just, walk away with some kind of weight on it. But I wouldn't do that because, that's just cheating. Speaking of doing this automatically, however, oh, and it's the same on the other side too. So if you're playing with someone else, you could have them sitting right here and do exactly the same. And if you're willing to keep extending it outwards, you could probably do 4 this way and extend it outwards again. So that's a really kind of handy way of getting cobblestone, in which we've got a lot of cobblestone now. Lots of cobblestone. Or rather, gravel, because that's what I want out of it. I built a pickaxe, and that's just the same way that I built the hatchet. Just create a pickaxe head hand pattern and a tool binding pattern, and for the moment I've gone with flint, because when we sift gravel down, we have a chance of getting flint. Just as in the core vanilla game, you get flint out of gravel. Well, occasionally you do here, but you also get ores. And it's ores that now that we're actually short of. So while I'm talking here, I'll leave this on camera, but what I'm probably going to do shortly is cut, and then come back when I've got quite a bit more ores. What am I heading towards? Well, I really don't want to do all this right clicking. I really don't. And Jaded Cat, infinite, I would say wisdom, but probably cruelty. In fact, I'm surprised this book even gives you instructions. I'm surprised you just don't open it and a swarm of bees flies out, kills you, causes you to fall off the edge of the map, whereupon you drop onto a hive of bees and they chase you off again. That's the usual kind of Jaded Cat approach to things, but it seems to be quite helpful in this particular map. Where was I? Ah, yes. So I want to kind of get, we're talking about Jaded Cat's cruelty, and that's because I looked up what I would need to do to stop having to hold down right click and left click. And that is usually a machine called an autonomous activator. And it just does a left click or right click for you. And at this point, if you've played these kind of mods before, you'll be thinking, oh, I know what an autonomous activator is. You just need some iron, and some gold, and a bit of glass, and piston maybe. Well, this is why we're talking about Jaded Cat's cruelty, or rather, difficulty. You now need 2 diamonds, 2 invar, 2 emerald, a chest and a piston. And the chest and the piston are the easiest things in here. Invar, come on, where's the recipe? No, you're not going to show me, are you? I think it's the same as the normal Invar recipe. I just have to look it up. It seems to have just disappeared. But the main difficulty is getting these diamonds and getting emeralds. Now, I've been lucky enough to get 1 emerald in about 2 stacks of gravel. So I don't know how lucky you're going to be on this one, and it is going to be down to luck, I'm afraid. There's absolutely nothing we can do about this. If I remember rightly, JD just doesn't want it to be too easy to get to autonomous activators, because then we start to be able to start piling up minerals like, well, ores and metals. Yes, so we're starting to get metals now, but we do need diamonds and emeralds. So I'm going to cut and come away. Hopefully, when I actually get 2 diamonds and 2 emeralds, and then we'll start building up that machine, start making some Invar, and go from there. See you shortly, or very, very longly. Either way, it's just a cutaway. And the luck gods have been extremely unlucky with me, because I've got 8 emeralds through many, many stacks of gravel, and still not a single diamond. So let's do something else while we can. Let's improve the farms, because now we've got access to pretty much a good water source. We can build a farm, and the way I want to do that, let's see, we do want an aqueous accumulator maybe, but let's see, do we have... No, that's obsidian. That's annoying. Glass panes, obsidian are going to be... Yeah, let's just make a normal farm then. What I was going to do, and what I will still do once I get access to obsidian, or rather the ability to mine it, I've extended a platform out to the rear here, and we want some farms. So what we want to do with that is, let's say we wanted a first farm. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say we wanted it there. So eventually we'll have an aqueous accumulator which creates water, well, pulls water out of water blocks into a tank above that. So we'd have a tank there. So this kind of needs to be our level, if you like, our ground level. So get rid of that now. And that can be our ground level. And we're just going to need some half blocks, which I'll make of wood. Do not want to walk off the edge here. There we go. Do you want torches? Otherwise, let's just sleep through the night. Because the ground out there is actually going to spawn things. It's the only chunk available. Things will spawn. Torches. There we go. And I'm going to need some plants. Spy some potatoes out there. We can probably take this dirt with us, to be honest. course I can. Put a thing on here. There we go. And if we just dig this up. Do we have a bucket on us, or is it indoors? Got a lava bucket. Let's just grab 3 clay and do that way. Clay. While that's cooking up, by the way, if you look at all the stuff I've sieved out of gravel, let's take iron ore as an example. If you want to make this into iron ingots, you could just do this, bake it into a block, and smelt that. But that's not the best way to do it. If you're happy with doing a few more steps to get a bit more out of it, drop it down as gravel, hit it with a hammer, and you'll see I've got 5 crushed iron ore, not 4. So I get iron sand, drop that down, hit that with a hammer, and I've got 4 this time. Sometimes you get 5 of this. And then I've got dust, and you can't actually do anything further with the dust, so all you need to do is just smelt that. So you've got a bit of extra crushed iron ore, which, as you'll see, over time you'll start to build up more and more, so that's more than just 1. Ideally we're going to get to doubling things, which would be great. For the moment we've got the bucket, so let's shut some water. Got a hoe. Now eventually that will be the tank, and we're going to put a sprinkler on top. We could fill it manually for now, but I don't feel like it. Once I've got the right ingredients, I will show us changing this on camera so that so you'll see what it's like. And we just plant down our crops. The idea of a sprinkler, by the way, on top of a tank, on top of an autonomous, is just simply that it makes everything grow faster. So the moment that will grow just like the other farms will, but we'll extend that in the future. And I may do some extension of camera as well, just so we got different crops growing. So I'm probably going to have to go back to sieving more and more gravel, trying to get the autonomous activator ingredients, which are diamonds. Unless JD has removed diamonds or made them much rarer than normal, it's pretty weird that I would get 8 emeralds and 8 emeralds and no diamonds. But I'll be back once hopefully we get some diamonds. Another few stacks later, and I do actually have a couple of diamonds. Yep, they took a while. So what we want to build, as I said before, is an autonomous activator. Something that will right click for us. So we need 2 emeralds, chest, piston, some invar, diamonds. So okay, let's do the invar first. You should probably have been converting some of our cobblestone down into sand and sifting some of that. That's well worth doing because we don't have anything like a pulverizer yet. We're going to need 2 iron dust. There we go, pulverized iron ore, and 1 nickel, if I remember rightly, which is kind of like ferrous metal if you reach to like the dial 20 pack, etc. So if I combine those in a crafting table, hopefully. No, maybe not. Okay, let's look up Invar blend. Pulverized iron, pulverized ferrous metal, which is nickel dust. It's the same thing. That's going to be annoying if we're going to have to cook this up first, because then we're going to need a pulverizer. Fine, which means we need a power source. Okay, so this is going to become a bit harder. Fine, let's start with a power source. So we want we're going to need to make that autonomous activate. Not the autonomous, the Aquis. I need the fuel source. I need a bucket, some tin, pneumatic servos, machine frames. Okay. So first of all, some glass. We want some gold. We want some iron. We want some redstone. Let's see how far we get with that. So 1 pneumatic servo first. A machine frame. And the rest, we just need an iron bucket. Not sure why a bucket looks like a dragon like that. Yeah, just a texture thing. So you're not going to let me auto insert. Do I need another iron, maybe? Okay, let's do it manually then. Oh, it's tin. Tin, not iron. Fine, that's water. We want steam dynamo, I think. Let's see what it takes to build one of those. Okay. Copper, redstone. Okay, so that's silver. Let's make one of those first. Copper gear is just copper and some iron, so we need some copper as well. I'm going to need 2 of those, so 1, 2. Some more copper and a redstone. It's the second one. We also need some leadstone conduit. Okay, that's going to need a fair amount of redstone, more than I have. Some glass and some lead. I wonder if I could just stack them. I wonder if that would actually work. Let's give it a try. If not, then hey ho, we can always do the sifting more sand. Sand that gives you redstone, by the way. Sorry, dust gives you redstone. So copper, redstone reception coil. That's gold. Flint, machine frame, which is more gold. Iron and glass. Glass I'm out of, so That should do for that. I've got the some more iron, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Flint and piston. That's going to need redstone, which is going to need more sifting. I don't remember how much redstone or how fast redstone takes to pop up. It's copper or aluminium or meal. Lead. Okay, it's gonna it's gonna be the gods of luck again, isn't it? Okay, so we want machine frame. And we've got the transmission coil. I'm just going to need the copper. And a bit of flint. Last thing we need is a piston, which is the bit that requires that bit more redstone, if I remember rightly. Yeah, iron, redstone, some boards. Okay, so I just need one more iron. I think I have any more redstone. No. That's annoying. Let's hope we get a bit more. Only need one piece. Come on. Yeah, it's just going to be annoying. Fine, I will cut and be right back. Okay, so it finally took another 6 or so dust, but I got another piece of redstone, which is what I need for the piston. Let's use this one. Piston. So let's give that a try. Piston gets us our pulverizer. Fine, so let's try assembling this. I need a bucket. Okay, what do we want? Processing area. Let's actually just put it on the back. Yeah, here will do for now. So, aqueous accumulator on the bottom. Put some water by the side of it. And it's going to need some on the other side too. More water. Okay, that's our bottom level. Middle level, steam dynamo. There we go. Water's building up. And we want a bit of coal. Not too much. We're not going to be using it very much at all at the moment. That should give us some power, and then we need the iron, of course. So let's see. We want nickel and 2 iron. Assuming this works, which it should do. Yeah. Pulverizer goes on top. Steam dynamo. Go. Which is building up power on the pulverizer. Great, that's just what we want. 2 iron. Pulverize, please. I just want to do it manually at the moment. Pulverize iron. 1, 2, and do nickel as well, please. That's enough, and for now, let's get rid of you. Pulverized ferrous metal or nickel, same thing really. Invar blend, and we're just going to cook that up. While that's cooking, let's go and let's look at the recipe for autonomous. So we need 2 emeralds, chest, a piston, another piston. Okay, while that's cooking. Go on, give me a redstone. Be generous. Ooh, there's the redstone. Yeah. So let's just get that. Another one of those iron. There's our piston. Whoops, wrong way. Invar. So we want 2 diamonds. Oh, before we do that, we better get 2 more iron. I'm out of iron. Normally I would process that to get more metal out of it, but I just want another iron here at the moment. It's gold, 2 and 2 glass, so I need 2 sand as well. It's annoying to do all this at the moment, but not that bad, I suppose. There's the second iron, which needs 2 glass. Dump this stuff up there. Oh, it's redstone. Oh, right. I'll be right back when I get yet more redstone. So, another redstone got. All of everything's done. Just the autonomous activator. Now, you can use these to do all kinds of different things. Particularly in Skyblock, you want to take as much of the laborious drudge work out of it. So, we can do one of several things. We could use it for sifting. It would just right-click the sift, the sieve, and process things. Fine. We could also use it, and what I'm probably going to do to start off with, to get us a stock of cobblestone or gravel, is use it to break this block. So if I just, do I have any, let's just grab a few of these. There we go, that should do it. So what I kind of want is for it to face this way and start breaking things. So if I do this, see which way it's actually facing. Yep, that's okay. So it's going to output to the back, and the back is where I'm going to put a chest. But right now it's right clicking. So what I wanted to do is change a few of these settings. I wanted to use a hammer. So let's go and get a fresh hammer so I'm not causing any issues with this one. Well, it wouldn't cause any issues, but it'll just last longer because it is going to use up the durability of the hammer, unfortunately. So let's set this thing to for slot only. And we're going to put the hammer in place, and we're going to tell it to go left click. As you can see, it's breaking. But are you working? You're not. You should be working. Except you're just ejecting all over the place. Maybe I need an item duct. That's the usual kind of problem here. It doesn't eject straight into the chest, although we want it to. So let's go and see what it takes to make an item duct. Item duct opaque is the cheapest kind. It's just tin and lead. That's okay. But we're also going to need another servo. We're just going to need 2 more glass, 2 more iron. So again, let's just get some iron. Cook you up. And we want 2 more glass, which means we need some more sand. So temporarily. There's our 2 iron. That will make us some of that. We also want a crescent hammer, which is 3 iron and tin. Need 3 more iron. Being a bit wasteful here, but it's just to get us going. 1 servo. Let's just drop all this other stuff in here. And tin, wasn't it? Tin. Yeah. Crescent hammer is a great tool, and you will be using it a lot, so you may as well make one now. And let's just sleep. Right. So item ducts, pretty simple to use. You've used most piping systems before if you've used modded Minecraft. If you haven't, then don't worry about it, because we will be showing you now. Yeah, let's just output to the back here. So if I just drop this in, you'll see it has a blue arrow. That means in, basically, so it's going that way into the autonomous activator. We don't want that, so we just right click with the crescent hammer. On the front here, we're going to put our chest. Now, there it is, in. That's exactly what we want for the chest. Now, were this a machine that could auto-eject, like Mine Factory Reloaded machines, that's all we need to do. But because it's not, we need to put a servo in. And right-click on the out section. And we can set up filters here, we'll come on to that later. But for now, just set it to ignored, i.e. outputting all the time. It's just going to ignore any redstone signal and just be on permanently. Hopefully, now I can set to left click. Oh, yes. We need to actually blacklist what it pulls out. We need to stop it from doing blacklist this and ignore metadata and ignore MBT. That's fine. Right now it's breaking. Yeah, it's breaking this as if you were actually hitting this with your hand, which is not what we want. We want the hammer, which should now be working. It's just dropping, it's not been pulled in. That should be set up right. Okay, give me a minute while I troubleshoot why this isn't working. Be right back. Alright, it seems that a lot of the items like stone hammers don't really work too well, so let's just change this up a bit. We can generate cobble. I was going to do it in a vanilla fashion just to be kind of earlier in the game rather than using machines, of the more advanced machines, I should say. But let's just have to go ahead and do the advanced machines anyway. We're going to need an igneous extruder, and that will get us plenty of cobblestone. So, yet more iron. In this case, we're going to need 6, and glass. In fact, I'll leave that till the next episode. Instead, let's just move this, because I can get some of these pieces back. Let's get my autonomous activator. And for now, just for the end of this episode, because it is worthwhile getting autonomous activators, I'm going to set this up. I've got a zombie in a tree somewhere. Fix that a bit. Yes, I wanted it. So if I just, for now, put it here. It is going to spit this out. I think I may not go into the chest again. But it means I can run around and do other things while it's working. Where's my chip? Left it over there. Here's my chest. It'll probably spit out randomly regardless, but let's see what happens. Will you work if I just dump some gravel? Set you to... Oh no, it is working. It's just slow. Fine. So what we're probably going to need to do is make a lot of sieves. And yes, it is spitting into the world. It's not going into the chest again. Don't think I can solve that with item ducts, but just best to check. It's my chest. There's an item duct. I don't want it to connect to that. Spit out everything and go. Stand over here. Yeah, that's quite annoying. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong, I don't have to right click that thing anymore, but it's going to spit them out everywhere, so I'm going to have to find a way to solve that one soon. We reached the end of the episode for this time. Please don't forget to subscribe or leave a comment below. If you particularly have any suggestions on this, I'll take it in mind for the next episode. But we've got teched up fairly well into autonomous activators, which is one of the kind of time-saving items that we're going to need for Skyblocks, for the Skyblock map. We're also probably going to need a block placer at some point. And they will work in a pair with the autonomous activator, so one will drop a block down like this, and the other one will use an item to pick it up. I think what I may end up having to do is just surround this with blocks, so that they're going to go into, I don't know, a hopper maybe. That might be it. So if I just cover the top of this with stone, at the top of the block places with stone, and everywhere around, so the only place they can actually drop into is some hoppers below, and then the hoppers I'll have to connect with item ducts, and that should all work, but that's next time. So for now, Greatest signing off. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, please subscribe if you want to see more of these.